Hey guys, how you all doing? Welcome back to the San Marino Dream Team. We're now at episode 5, where we see Paul Pogba as the selected central midfielder for the latest simulation. So why Paul Pogba? Well, last time round you'll remember I was looking for a central midfielder who could play the ball-winning midfielder role, who was good at tackling, breaking up play, and I think Paul Pogba fits the bill. Now the stats, you'll have to forgive me. The stats on screen here are all shown pretty much as green because it's still set to my thresholds for People's FC. So I'll take the Low Road series, where obviously I'm going to be looking at someone with stats of about 12 and saying that's green because that's excellent for someone at that level. Whereas when you're looking at elite footballers, 12 is not a green value as far as I'm concerned. It should be much higher. It should be 16 or 17. So anyway, you can still see that he's got some really good stats there. Great first touch, his technique, tackling, his strength. He really is a fantastic all-round footballer. Now, we're in 2018 here, and the guy's 25, and he hasn't retired from international football. So, that's good. That's what I was kind of looking for. That's why another reason why I've gone for Pogba, because of his age. So he's got to this stage now, and he's scored 4 goals in 25 games, and he still hasn't retired. So that's pretty good going. Now, obviously, I'm not carrying on the simulation at this point, but it was getting me a bit down that most of the people I was adding were either retiring 1 year in or 3 years in. So at least we've managed to find a player that stayed beyond that. So maybe for future picks, we're looking at people 21, sort of 22 years old at the start, and hopefully they'll stick with the team. So let's see how Pogba helped San Marino in their quest for glory. Oh dear, world ranking is 157th, so that's down from the last episode, which was 132. That's a bit disappointing. We can see here that Pierangelo Manzaroli is still in charge, and I'm really starting to think that, with half a team almost of elite footballers, the manager might have a bigger role to play in this, and I think he's dragging us down. But I'm going to give him till after episode 11, and if we haven't done it, then he's getting changed. So, quick look at the schedule. If we go back to 2014, so we managed to pick up 4 points from competitive games, and then went into next year. Oh dear, so it all went bad for them here, and they finished bottom and they had 4 points. So again, not quite as good as last time round, where I think they were second bottom and had 7 points. They had 2 wins and a draw. Some crushing defeats there, 4-0 against Estonia, 4-0 against Lithuania, 7-0 against England, and throw in that they had a narrow defeat away to Switzerland. So it's a bit of a mixed bag, to be honest. So then Ronaldo retires, and usually this is where they lose every game, but they managed to get a draw against Kazakhstan. Not too bad, losing 3-0 to Spain. Losing 4-0 to Armenia, though, is pretty poor. Losing to Kazakhstan 1-0 away as well, so I'll be a bit disappointed there. Moving into the next year, they had a draw against Turkey, which is good. That's pretty respectable. 4-1 loss against Spain, where Pogba scored. Then losing narrowly to Armenia and Hungary. Considering they lost 4-0 and 5-0 in the first fixtures, that's not too bad. At home, we seem to be okay. But, if you look at the team here, we've got Neuer, Boateng, Pogba and Messi. So we do actually have the 4 players still here at this point. So you'd expect to possibly do a bit better. Certainly against the likes of Armenia. And you can see the ratings there. It's the rest of the team that's still letting us down. So maybe we won't see too much of a difference until we get to sort of 8, 9, 10 players, and then it's like playing with a man sent off, which seems a bit harsh, but it looks as though that's the case, and that's how it's going. So let's take a quick look and see who won the World Cup in 2018. it was actually Italy this time, okay, and in Europe, who won the European Championships? Italy as well. So a bit of a revival for the Italians there. Maybe it's because France have now lost Pogba. I doubt it though. So Pogba added, and it doesn't really seem to have made any difference. If anything, it's got worse. Although I think this is just down to the kind of randomness of some of the simulations, and once we get to 8 or 9 players, it might even out a little bit. So I did actually comment against one of your guys' comments that there was a bit of a twist, something to make things a bit more interesting. Well, here it is.
Viewers versus the Dugout.
I'm introducing this feature because I want you guys to be able to participate with this channel and the videos that I put on as much as possible. I think when you contribute to something, it feels a little bit more like your own. Now, obviously, it's not a live stream or anything, and whether I go down that road in the future, I don't know. But certainly at the moment, I want to get that participation level up in terms of you guys suggesting players here in this series that you think should go in. And rather than me sort of thinking, well, should I go with my player or yours? I'm splitting it up. I have my players, you have yours. So you guys leave in the comments section your suggestions for the next episode, and I'll put them all into a program and run them through and get a random name picked out, and that's who will be your selected player for the next week. So last time round, Kazushi80 had suggested players for this central midfield role being Vidal, Fabregas or Yaya Toure. So randomly, Vidal has been picked. So let's see how Vidal got on, and let's see whether you guys have done better than me. Well, look at that. You guys managed to get 139 there, which is the second highest rating compared to my 157. So on face value, it would look like you've won this battle, but you haven't won the war yet. So Vidal himself, how did he get on? Well, much like the others, he's decided to retire from international football at the end of the World Cup 2018 qualifying campaign. He's only 31 and he's retired, so yeah, it looks as though they need to be early 20s or a goalkeeper not to retire. Vidal has amazingly done exactly the same as Pogba in terms of appearances and goals. 4 goals in 25 games, so that's quite a coincidence there. So let's go and take a look. Confirmation again that it's only Neuer that remains. Let's have a quick run through the schedule here. So I'll go back to 2014. So a 2-0 win against Estonia. 2-2 draw against Lithuania. Sorry, I missed that. Messi double. Messi and Ronaldo. Yeah, not too bad. I mean, 4-0 away to England. Not the greatest we've seen in that fixture yet. And then beat Lithuania there, so that's 7 points. But they still finished bottom. Now let's go and take a quick look at that then. So we can actually jump back and see where were they. Group E, was it? So yeah, they finished in 7 points, which was equal with Lithuania. Still a pretty hefty goal difference, but not too bad. You know, they're only 6 points away from a playoff position, so you know, we're not doing too bad on the whole in this experiment. So then, once the European Championship qualifiers were over, Ronaldo retires, and the same pattern again, losing pretty much every game, but this time round they're quite narrow. It's not too bad. A draw against Hungary, you know, and they are scoring in a few of them. Messi still popping up 2-1 away to Sweden is a good result. I'd say so far Messi certainly looks like the most effective player that's been added. It's hardly surprising. Yeah, 5-0 loss at home to Latvia is pretty bad. 1-0 draw Georgia. Well, they were close to winning there actually, and it was Vidal's goal, so well done, guys. It looked like a decent selection. And then, yeah, that takes us to the present day. So it's starting to look a little bit better. Obviously, I don't know how much difference it's made with Pogba and Vidal. What will happen over the course of the coming weeks, when I do these other episodes, will be an evolution really of the team to episode 4 into 2 distinct teams, and we'll see then what difference it makes collectively. It's a pity I didn't think about this right from the start, but you know, I'm not going to start the series all over again. It is what it is, and we carry on. So this week, okay, so what we got? We have a goalkeeper, we have a central defender, a central midfielder, a kind of left winger, I suppose, in Ronaldo, and a striker. So I think we should let's go for a right back this week. Yeah, we'll go for a right back. So you guys leave your comments for your suggestions, and I'll stick those names into a random name selector, and I'll pick the right back for yourselves, and I'll choose my own right back, and we'll see how that goes on in episode 6. It should make it a bit more interesting. The videos will be a little bit longer, maybe not as long as this one. But yeah, hopefully you're enjoying the series still. And we'll see who comes out on top between the viewers and the dugout for getting San Marino to the European Championships or the World Cups first. So if you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that like button. Leave behind any comments you feel to make, good or bad. And if you're new to the channel, please think of subscribing, because there's going to be so much more of this content coming out. If you like Football Manager, then hopefully you'll enjoy the videos I put out there. So until the next time, I'll see you when I see you.